I'm going to put you on the hot seat on this one, man.
Okay.
This is a question I know a lot of people at home probably listening. I got to find a way to say this without flat out saying it. What are some of your long-term goals and aspirations outside of sitting in the commentary chair? Because every time certain things come up, it's like, why can't Brevin Knight do that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to name none of those positions or roles within the organization, but it's like, you know, if the defense is struggling, don't Brevin Knight know defense? If the shooting's bad, ain't Brevin Knight a shooting coach? Like, you know, like, this guy sucks. I wonder what Brevin Knight looks like as a scout. I mean, what are some of your long-term aspirations, Brevin?
I enjoy sitting next to Pete. Know why I enjoy it? Because when you call me and say, hey, what you doing? I'm saying, well, I might be on get on this flight.
Right.
See, I move it to any other role. I don't know if I can get on that flight. But I'm
thinking about flying to Georgia for a peach real quick.
The reality of it is we sit at home and amongst my family, we talk about like what's going to be the next thing that moves you, that drives you. I think I needed to be away from the game, but close to the game in the way that I am now, because I played basketball for so long.
Right. Oh,
I was. Yeah, you got watch out you got your new water bottle. And
Zaire Williams.
Yeah, we never closed the door. I always talk. I say this. I always talked about. We talk about coaching. People's like, would you ever coach? I was like, there was.
No, I didn't say coaching.
There's one people, but that's the biggest thing.
Remember GM,
right?
Get backup point guard. All right.
But I always said I've always entertained and thought about going back to Stanford at some point.
Okay.
And that was when we sit around and talk about it. At this point, I'm happy. I'm happy doing what I do. I love the game of basketball.
And you're one of the best at it for sure, man.
The thing is, I also see the game a little bit differently than everybody else. Like I don't put a lot of. I guess because when you're a journeyman role guy like myself in the league, the feeling side of it, I don't really get wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times we get too many people. The feelings get so wrapped like you're doing something to somebody. Like it's personal. And this is a business, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset I try to tell all these young guys when you come in. The sport of basketball stops once you become a pro.
Yeah.
It becomes the business of basketball.
Yeah.
And what can you do? What can you do, number one, to make sure that your brand and you continue to do well? But these teams are thinking the same doggone way. And so you just have to understand the mindset of how they're thinking. Make sure that you got guaranteed contracts. That's what I tell everybody. Don't get wrapped up on this team that's on the front, because this can change. You just want to make sure that this Jerry West logo, I got this little Nike, you want to make sure that Jerry West is on your jersey.
And there's not an iron on.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. That is sold in.
Yeah.
That's what you have on you. And if you can keep that mindset, then you can, all of the outside bullshit, you won't even worry about what this person said about them. The people that's saying the most stuff about you, this right here has allowed people to all of a sudden become. Oh man, they're now professionals, or they're the best insider that there is. And too many players feed into what just some dude that's sitting at home they don't know nothing about basketball. You know what I'm saying? But keep basketball what it is and understand that the business side of it. So if I ever had the opportunity to move to a different realm, to move into a front office situation, the coaching side of this. It's too much. I would rather be something that where you can maybe put something together. You have a chance to sit down and talk to some guys to try to help them understand what's going on, how to move forward, how you want to move within this game, so that you can. People look at me and say, "How had that dude 5'10" play 12 years in the NBA? Wasn't no big time scorer. Dude just was a good guy that played on his team. His teammates knew that he was going to be there for him. I wanted the next guy to be just as good. I wanted him to eat. What was my role going to be on that team? And then in the summertime, I go kick on people's ass in the summer. Yeah. And people always say, man, why you don't do this when you go back to the league? They don't ask me to do this.
Right. You doing what's keeping that logo on your chest.
I'm doing what's keeping this logo right here. And then when I come in the summer, we're going to get it in. That keeps my juices flowing until the next time.
That's what's up, man.